What's going on, guys? It's Benchez. I'm back! I'm back on the YouTubes. I'm back. I'm making videos. It is officially a new year. I have a new look. I've changed up the room a little bit. And we're playing a game that, because a lot of people liked my Dream Daddy videos that I did a while back, and a lot of people have been telling me, it's like, you gotta play Doki Doki Literature Club. And I gotta be honest, I was thinking to myself, what is it about this game? What is it about this game that everybody's been talking about, that everybody says it's super important that you play it, and everybody says you really gotta give it all? So I thought, I sat down there, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me bite the bullet, try it out, and see what all the hubbub is about. Now, before anybody goes and spoils this and everything like that, I have not played this. I have not played it. I have seen nothing on it. All I've heard is that people played it and it's a really out there game. So, without further ado, let's hop in and see what Doki Doki Literature Club is all about. Let's go. New game. Enter my name, alright. We will be Benchez, because that is who we are. Alright. And plus, I've been trying to get more into visual novels. Say, hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally obvious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around the high school, she would oversleep more frequently, and I would just get tired of waiting for her. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe it's because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Benchez. I like how she touches fingers. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it to be mean and... roll back. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. Anime. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Benchez, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did one of the many conversations that I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content with just getting on by average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, that sounds like me. Uh-huh. I was talking about how worried I am that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you just to become a NEET in just a few years just because you're not used to real world. Do you trust me, right? Don't make me worry about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I'm even letting myself relent to her. I guess I'm seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she doesn't exaggerate everything inside of her head. Aw, she cares about us. That's cute. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check some out. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you were just sitting here with your head spacing, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. If it's going to make you late to your own club, well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you should come to my club. Sayuri? Yeah! There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any intense or interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who postponed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in the literature club is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much up for an airhead or if she's so cunning to roll it back. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned it all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! At least we get a free cupcake out of it. Cupcakes are dope. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member's here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Well, she's not wrong. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Benchez. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name apparently is Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can just ignore her. She gets moody. Sayuri Sayuri says that quietly into my ear, then she turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. She's always full of energy. And this is Yuri. She's the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Benchez. Monika smiles sweetly. Aw, adorable. We don't know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come, sit down, Benchez. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Ooh, tea and cupcakes actually sounds delicious. The girls have a few desks arranged from the table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been winded, so there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs and wraps the tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray to reveal dozens of white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. What is it with anime and cats? Can someone explain that to me? The whiskers are drawn on with icing. The little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, anime. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances into my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Arr! The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made this herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayuri said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy. Well, no need for the names. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacups in front of each other and before sitting down, the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I would say so. I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. It's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be the pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monika that I was practically dragged in here by Sayuri. Well, I hadn't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels nothing like arguing but about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if others encouraged to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people here are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have her work really hard for these three. Maybe that's why they're so delighted to have the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Benchez, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, you see... Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The levels of creativity and craftsmanship behind it is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes clearly into passion about reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? I guess. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp onto something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that of you, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a little piece of scrap paper behind in the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't You Say It Out Loud! And Give It Back! Fine. Your cupcake, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm that cute! Natsuki, you write poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer, yeah? I understand now that Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It's a true test of form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if I share some with your work, maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example, and Natsuki can feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sat down. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri quizzically looked at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll all share it with with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that I have a new member, I think it will help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and to strengthen our bond of this club. Isn't that right, Benchez? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought... Benchez? God. Oh, there's so many anime waifus who want me to be in the club. You all... I'm defenseless against 3 girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if I'm writing poems, is this the place I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember, tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring back to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Benchez, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Benchez, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! And I think here is a good stopping point because it's like a 25-minute video and we can't go too long, but I'm into this so far. It's fun, it's cute, it's anime as all heck, but it's fun. So I'm curious to see where the rest of this is gonna go. I'm already trying to juggle to see which one I want to be my waifu for lifeu right now so far. But overall, this has been pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. So, it's good to be back, guys, and this is going to be a pretty awesome series to play through. I hope you guys enjoy it. So until then, guys, this was Doki Doki Literature Club. I've been Benchez. I love all you faces. Be nice to everybody out there, and I'll see you next time. See you later.